Okay, today is day 53 of so on January 1st of this year, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to YouTube our journey like every day for 60 days and just see what happens. And I had no idea that we would be in Liberia within 60 days. I think I just needed a space to like be their mom and advocate for them.
Yeah.
Even if like one or two people watch, but a lot of people are watching now, so that's good. And if you're watching it now, for the first time, we are adopting 2 little girls from Liberia, and we've been in that process for 2 years.
695 days.
Yeah, almost 2 years. So we're getting close, 2 months away from 2 years, which is still fairly short for international adoption. But when we entered into this program, our agency told us, 2 to 4 years kind of was what it takes. But we also chose to adopt older children, the ripe old age of 4 and 6 at the time.
Yeah.
And we gotta get the walkie-talkie on. Our kids, so that's kind of our story in a nutshell. We brought our other 3 kids that we've been parenting since birth with us. We have been down the adoption road before, but not internationally. Right now, our kids are hunting a cockroach that they found in the bathroom, and they're requesting that we turn on the walkie-talkie.
Hang on a second. What is it?
So that we can talk to them. They're gonna go murder the cockroach. There used to be a time that they would see like a mosquito or like a gnat or an ant and they would freak out. But now they're like, we see a cockroach, we're gonna hunt it down and kill it. And I'm like, I'm happy for you that you're gonna hunt cockroaches. On Sunday, so I have some of my New Day stuff that I brought with me. This is the New Day like new white linen tunic and the pearlescent bracelet and the sea salt bracelets and the sea salt necklace. I think either the bracelets or necklace are really close to selling out. But I put a link on our Facebook page. So if you're watching this video, you might be watching it for our Facebook page. But if you need a shopping link, let me know. We're going to do like a full noonday trunk show of what we brought with us to Liberia, what made the cut.
Can I say?
Yeah.
You might be a redneck if your kids are hunting cockroaches.
I'm proud of them. I think they're being resourceful.
We're not eating them.
No.
So no. We're not that cheap.
So we did message our hotel accommodations here. We have we're going to stay for like 19 days here, and we messaged them today and asked if we could extend our stay. So we're planning on staying until April 8th, which means our oldest child will turn 11 while we're here. So we'll have to figure out how to celebrate her birthday in Liberia.
Well, funny enough, we did see them having a birthday party, a group of people for a little kid today. So maybe doing that.
And it's like we take our kids to like SeaWorld on their birthday. So I don't
think there's one here.
So, and obviously we didn't bring birthday presents for her here at all.
Optimistic on our part.
No, I just can't. I don't know where to. I couldn't bring anything else. So we did laundry today, and our laundry is hanging. I'm just gonna pan real quick. So our laundry is hanging over there, drying. It takes like a whole day to dry, it seems like, but that was my job today. Jeremy's job was to kill water, to make water, not pee, but
I haven't peed since we've been here.
Because we use a water filter, so we don't have to boil our water. Because even though, most places here are well water, so they don't get all the bacteria out. It's clean. It's just well water. So there you go.
Good times. So yeah. That takes a bit of the day.
Yeah, we were riding with Nelson. So Nelson's our friend that lives here in Liberia. He cares for the children at the Hope Orphanage, Hope of Blessing International, that's run by our friend Sela, who lives in Tennessee. And I was asking Nelson, I don't know, I might have to ask him again to make sure he understood my question. I'm like, so when you they had to dig a new well, because they had a well and next to the orphanage where they live, and it was getting contaminated. A couple of the kids got sick. So they were like, okay, we need to dig a new well. So they did a big project because they bring in a drill and all this stuff, But I'm like, how did you know where to dig? And he was like, well, I picked the most convenient place for like the kitchen, like the future plans of the orphanage, like, so that's where we dug. And I'm
maybe
like,
you should ask, like, how do you know there's water down there?
Yeah, so either you can dig anywhere. and it'll just eventually hit water, or he didn't understand my question. So I'll ask him again. When I was asking him about the well, though, our kids were like, so on the ride there, our kids were asleep. They were like, and then on the ride back, our American kids, on the ride back, they were like, blah, 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 blah.
They were nuts. It's like we just gave them a bunch of sugar.
Yeah, it was funny because we were getting ready to leave the orphanage, and they had created this game with rocks with the kids. And, like, that's my kids, once they're comfortable, they just create games. So I guess it was our 4th visit there.
Are we at 4 or 3?
4.
So tomorrow will be 5.
Tomorrow will be 5. Nelson's taking us again tomorrow. I don't think that Nelson, even though he probably would say yes, I don't think he really has the time to sit at the orphanage all day on Saturday. So we will probably. We got some news today that the embassy, instead of doing every other week for exit interviews, they're actually doing it every week now. So that's good news. Yeah. Bad news is we didn't get any news on the investigation that we were so concerned about, that we want their results released so that we can resume normal adoption activities. So Jeremy is going to the. I keep leaning out of the shot, out of the view.
I'm not leaning. I'm not moving.
He's telling what you're doing tomorrow.
So me and Sam are going to go to the MOG, Ministry of Gender.
Sam is another adoptive dad that's here, that's kind of like us, that's like, okay, well, since you're not giving us any news, we're just going to go make our own news.
So he's going to introduce me to all the folks that he's met so far, and then we're going to just sit around and chit-chat and make ourselves like, hey, you want to see a picture of my kids? Here they are. They sure would love to come home. Here's a letter one of them wrote.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you dead inside?
Sign the paperwork.
Oh, we gotta tell the joke.
What's the joke?
About our electric bill at home.
Oh.
So this is funny.
I don't know if it's really a joke as much as an entertainment.
So we got our electric bill. I get an email when it's ready, and it was like half of what it normally is. And we've only been gone like from our house, like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
At that point?
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
And it was like half, which is like, I'm like, man, the electric company's going to be worried about us.
Is it for January or for February?
It's for February. Well, it's a shorter month anyway, I guess, too, right?
Well, February's still happening.
Oh, I don't know. We may not be month to month. I'm not sure what our days are.
You don't know what the dates are?
Mm-mm.
So we left our house on February 9th to come here, but we had to go to Nashville, drop off the dog, who is not causing any more problems than any of the other things that I'm trying to keep alive at this moment, is what Devin said.
Well, good.
Which tells me he's not doing great, but
I didn't get to finish.
That's when we left. So we left February 9th. So no power has been on since February 9th.
Well, I mean, it's on.
You gotta fight for your joke. Go ahead.
We had to turn the AC up to 78 on both the top and bottom floors.
And the lights are all pretty much off.
So it was like, okay.
Minus the lights,
The electric company's going to send, proof of life.
Yeah, they're going to call and check on us.
Because they're going to do, what is it, a well check? Not a well child check, but
just a welfare check?
Welfare check, yeah. Because they're like, something's going on here. Yeah. You guys have cut
They're
into
also going to
profits.
be like, wow, my third kid can't go to college now because the Smiths are in Africa and not charging our electric bill.
Well, we're sending other people to college, I guess.
So where we're staying, yeah. We're working on that. So where we're staying right now is $160 a night, and that includes one big breakfast. So it's kind of ends up being like a brunch, because our kids, since they're going to be up murdering cockroaches tonight, they stay up kind of late and they sleep in kind of. I'm so tired. I fell asleep on the couch watching TV with them today. One of them was a little bit snotty and has a little cold, so we didn't really venture out much today. But yeah, it's $160 a night and includes. So it would probably cost us maybe, I don't know, $5 to $10. If we were to cook our own breakfast every day, we'd probably spend $10, $5-10 for all of us maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody had eggs.
For lunch, we had rice and.
Yeah, we cooked our own lunch and dinner here.
Yeah, dinner.
We did pancakes again.
Yeah, I'm going to store tomorrow. We're going to broaden our palate a little bit.
So Ahmed, which is a driver, I like Ahmed. He's a good driver. He's prompt. He got a little bit turned around because he thought we were going to where the orphanage used to be instead of the newer location. But that was okay. We worked it out. But he's going to take Jeremy to the Ministry of Gender, and then he's going to take him to the grocery store. And then when he comes back, Nelson is going to take us in his bigger car to the orphanage. So. Yeah.
So he's meeting me at 8:30, which is I've not been up that early in a while. It's gonna be hard.
You can do it.
I get up at 7:30.
Go get our breakfast.
Yeah.
Jeremy goes and orders our breakfast because I don't want to talk to people.
I don't really either. I should just point and grunt at the menu. I should know by now, like, what I want.
The same thing every day.
Yeah.
So the girls all make special requests, and I do too. And then Jeremy just grazes off of our plates. Like,
whatever.
I definitely don't want the beans ever. I definitely don't want the cucumbers. But, like, he never tells them, like, hold the beans. Because, like, I think one of our kids will eat them.
I don't think anybody eats them. I should just say that.
But then you don't want to change it. Because sometimes our order's messed up. But most of the time it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I go through these feelings of, like sheer panic and claustrophobia of, like, oh my gosh, we gotta go home. We gotta go home right now. Like, we have to go home right now. And then complete, like, utter calm and peace of, like, this is exactly where we're supposed to be. It's gonna be fine. Things are going good. We met our kids. Like, and as a mom, like, I can't imagine ever leaving them here, you know? And,
well, mainly they just wouldn't understand if we left. That would be so sad.
But, like, it wouldn't matter. Like, I'm not going to leave them. So, I'm kind of mad at myself that I left them this long. Like, I feel like we should have come sooner.
I think everything's lining up. I mean, maybe we could have pushed our investigation through sooner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, now, like, we're seeing things like, oh, well, this is happening and that's happening because you're here. And, you know, I can't say enough how much I would encourage other families to come. You know, whether you can come for a week or a month or whether you can camp out like we can camp out. These kids just, they benefit a lot from seeing any parents.
Yeah.
But I went back through and looked. I mean, some of the kids that weren't matched 2 years ago in the same email that we saw on our kids at are still not matched today. So...
It's tough. It shouldn't be this
And it's hard, I think, because the agencies can't just advertise the kid. Like, they can't just advertise their pictures all the time. I think there's rules on that. There may be new rules, but people have to seek it out. So, I think the youngest there right now is probably 9 months old.
Yeah, those are really young.
The oldest is 16.
Big range.
There's a little one there. There are some littles there.
I mean, considering they get along well, considering so many of them.
Yeah, they do well.
Like, I think our 3 fight here, they fight more than those guys.
They don't really fight that much, though, compared to most kids. They work it out. They whine some. There was, like, this incident, like, yesterday with this sticker thing that, like, 2 of our kids, and it was, like... this big conflict resolution. What it boiled down to is, like, I gave them these sticker books with, like, ocean scenes on them that they had never seen before. And I thought I wrote their names on all of the books. And then I stuck them each in their individual backpacks. It's like a new toy. And it's worked because they hadn't seen them.
Yeah.
But 2 of them kind of got confused. So one of the sticker books got put in the wrong bag and never used. And then the other sticker book, 2 of them were using the same sticker book but didn't realize it. But... there was a little bit of a difference in the way one of them was acting versus the other. Because one of them just sort of accidentally used the wrong sticker book. It was like kind of an honest mistake thing. But the other one was like, she stole from me, so I stole back from her. And this whole thing. Much more mean-spirited about it. And I know it's not just that she's kind of feeling a little tense about. Because they see the poverty. They know the kids that don't have families yet or waiting for families. They know the kids that do have families. They know the kids that are kind of in limbo. Because we were honest with them about that. But, like, it was all I could do to not laugh in their face about the stupid stickers. I'm like, there are 300 stickers in these books.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad you handled that one.
It was like, but it was this long, and if you don't teach your kids to, like, conflict resolve, like, if you just, like, fix it for them and be like, well, it's fine, and just make them move forward, and you don't incorporate their ideas into the conflict resolution, they won't learn anything, they won't own it, and they won't make any changes moving forward to their behavior. So, you can referee all you want to. But if I just, like, took it, cut it down the middle, and gave them both half and didn't have any kind of discussion over it, it would end, but there would be no, like, progress in their personality development as people. And that was one thing, like, growing up, I felt like always, like, I don't feel like my brother and I ever had to resolve a conflict. It was more just like, he's smaller than you, so he can have whatever he wants, is how I felt like it was. I'm sure he has a different perspective, and I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle. But I think you, as parents, you really got to take that moment. But it was about stickers, and I was like, "There's kids starving, like a stone's throw from where you're sitting, and you were mad about stickers." I didn't go that route.
That's in my heart. That's
It
what I
took
was
20
thinking.
minutes.
It's like, did you
It
not
felt
just
like
see
it
what we
was
just
slow.
saw?
Everybody cried, and I didn't cry.
I was about to say, I didn't cry either. It was mainly kids.
My oldest, that was not involved in the sticker conversation, kind of rolled her eyes, but
Yeah, I think
she hasn't even used hers yet.
That's probably bundled with some other things. I think we're having some normalcy though. We do school. That helps.
But yeah, I was like, I don't care about your stupid stickers. But I did. I cared about it. And I think that I did write their names on there. I must have rubbed off because it's kind of like a slick. I don't know.
Slick Willy.
I've not gotten the straightener out yet. I'm just embracing lion hair. You think they killed the cockroach? Ask them.
I don't know.
See where they're at.
Hello?
Walkie-talkies. I threw them in at the last minute. So thankful for them.
Hello, no luck in murdering the cockroach.
Did it get away?
Did it get away from you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, you don't get any breakfast in the morning.
I'll keep your pleasure out here hot dog if you don't give me my breakfast plate tomorrow. Here's this one half of the sandwich. You better feed me tomorrow. It's your job to keep me well preserved.
Okay, I'm sorry. I understand.
Better. I do understand.
That would be the middle.
It's only because I'm on
She
camera.
had the sticker.
Not gentleman behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, over.
So we're hoping that Jeremy can make some connections with the Ministry of Gender tomorrow and represent our children well and represent himself well and maybe get some progress there.
I'll talk to you later.
We have heard that the U.S. Embassy is being kinder to families. We don't know if that's just random. We don't know if that's just random or not. So, day 53. So we're extending our stay till at least April 8th,
April 8th.
which is a lot.
I miss our bed.
But they gave us the same deal. So they give us 20% off. So it's $160 a night. And it includes that one meal and obviously power, water, and all that. So it's cheaper than what we pay at home. We paid our stuff at home until May?
Yep. That's
May.
good. That's good. I need court dates though. Let's pray for court
So,
dates.
and we'll do the noonday show. So if you guys want to buy from the noonday show, we will use those commissions to help with our adoption.
Yeah. Good.
Anything else?
No, I
I
enjoyed
feel
our
like there was
day.
something else that you just really wanted to tell.
No, it was mainly
You worried about your wrinkly pants.
it's true. They were rolled up in my suitcase, and I just took them out today. I'm like, eesh. I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna look like I've just been like I'm some kind of hobo.
I told him he would get hot and kind of sweat would probably help the wrinkles.
It is hot here for sure, but I mean we're kind of used to that. We're Florida folk.
So what are you going to say to the Ministry of Gender?
I'm just gonna
In
introduce
seriousness,
myself.
what
I
are you
want to
gonna
introduce
say?
myself and just say
You know their last names, our girls.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then just I'm gonna have my phone ready and show some pictures.
Oh yeah,
Pictures worth
Emotional appeal?
1,000 words, and I think so.
going for your emotional appeal.
Can I tug at your heartstrings, minister?
I mean, it's been 2 years. So.
Where we at? Let's close this thing. Let's get us done. Get us signed.
I do like how when I see our kids at the orphanage that they seem to be they're getting on the older end now too, because they're 6 and 7, but they've been there for 3 years, and some of the kids haven't been there that long. Some of them have, but they show good leadership skills. Like they're very calm and nice, and they share things, but they're also, you can tell that the other kids respect them as leaders. Like they kind of, one of the kids was digging around in my bag, and our youngest daughter was like, "No, that's my mom's. Stop." And zipped it up. Told them to go away, which I was going to do, but she beat me to it. And she passes stuff out, and kids had smuggled markers in the orphanage, and she went in there and got them and brought them all back and was like, she didn't really talk to me about it. She just put them back in and just looked at me like, "I got you. I ain't got to steal your markers." So
I wish they all could get homes fast. It's sad.
Because there's one little boy that has a kind of a minor medical need thing that's kind of it's not a deal breaker or anything, but I was just looking at him and I was like, I wonder if he has a family, because they may not know that he needs this small thing. And so I asked this cute little kid. He's like probably 6, 7 maybe.
You know, he's always the first to come
He's
up to you.
little. I mean, he's cute. He's very social. He comes up to you, holds your hand. He's super nice, you know, and running around like crazy. Super sweet kid. Just very, like, innocent, you know, like, he has an innocence about him that I don't even see in our kids. Like, I don't know. I know he's been there for a little while, because I've seen him on an email before. Like, when we saw their email, I saw him on there. Anyway, I asked to see if he had a family yet, just because, like, if he's matched, then they may know about this or need to know about this one little thing. And I found out that he was not matched. And it made me sad, because he's 7. And once he, you know, he's in that range of 7-ish, 6 or 7. And once he turns 8 or 9, especially as a boy, his chances of being matched are very low.
Girls, I need you to be quiet for a minute.
And there's a couple of other little boys a little bit older than him, but he
quiet,
specifically is 7. And would be happy-go-lucky, great match to any family. You know, so I don't know. You can just tell kids that are kind of unscathed. They just sort of, like, he kind of reminds me of our youngest in a way, just the way he's just constantly going and moving and smiling and in it, you know, and just in the moment, excited. And so I'm going to make sure the thing that he needs, we're going to make sure that he gets it. We'll be talking to some people this week about it. We've already kind of gotten a plan for that, so that's good.
Yep.
But we can sponsor whatever needs he has, and things that we see, obviously, that we're like, you know, we can just fix this while we're here. Like, you know, it was.
No need to wait. No committee meeting. Let's just.
Let's just do it. Let's just knock it out. And we'll have that kind of freedom here, talking to the directors here. But like, there's a big part of me that was like, he needs a mom, you know? Like, this small thing we can take care of and get moving in the right direction and make sure that's okay. And he's in a good place and he's in good hands. But please don't let that stop your urgency to say yes to these kids. Don't let the time, because the time frame that we're seeing right now is U.S. government driven, and we're going to fix it while we're here. We're already seeing a lot of fixes. We're seeing a lot of change. We've already seen just the change of the embassy meeting with families weekly instead of every other week. And there's been a couple of families that are with a different agency that have come through that have given raging reviews for the embassy personnel. They're like, they're kind, they're nice. They sent a follow-up email, you know, congratulating us. Like, they're really moving fast, and they're being very gracious and very compassionate. So I'm like, my friend Anna, I'm like, yeah, but I'm still mad. And she's like, well, I'm still mad too. But it's like when you're talking to your kids and they've destroyed something crazy or they've done something. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter how we got there. Just fix it and don't do it again. And I think that we're seeing that. So if you're on the verge of committing to the Liberia program or adoption in general, please be encouraged by our story. There's going to be times that these programs come under attack. There's going to be times that they're so successful that evil powers watch them more closely. But these kids, you could be the parents that God has picked for them. And the evil powers in the world could be scaring you on purpose to derail this kid's future with you. So.
Well said.
Yeah. And I mean, if we get these kids home in 2 years, that's still super fast for international adoption. Super fast. We had hoped that it would be faster. We have heard of kids coming out of this program in 10 months or less, 7 months or less. Like, we've seen it. We know that it can be done. But when the delays happen and the attacks come and the success gets threatened, in the background of our agency having a slowdown, I found out today that 7 other families have come through the other agency. So there's 3 agencies at work. There's at least 3 families that have come through one agency, 2 through families through our agency, and 7 through the one that's kind of not under attack right now. They've been in trouble, like they've been under attack, not in trouble. They've been under attack before, but right now no one's really criticizing them or looking at them.
What did I say? They just rotate their harassment.
They rotate their harassment, yeah. But they've harassed the wrong families. I mean, us, the Clarks, the Bruces, the Godfreys. The Davenports, the Whitneys. I would venture to say every family that chooses to adopt internationally is just made of a different fiber. Like, we're pretty tough, but the Kramers, like I'm missing some, I know, but there's so many that are in there, and each family has a representation of leadership and people with resources and with resilience and determination that the U.S. government knows nothing about. I think about my friend Devin Cruz, who, like, she's a legend here, with these small world kids, because she was like, but is it still possible? Like, is it still possible? Is it still possible? That was her question for a long time. And then it's shifted to when. So when. It went from if to when. And that shift from if to when was like 4 years into this process. And that was before there was a program here. So that is the founding parent for this program. And she's my friend, and she's made some pretty strong stuff. And she will be filing complaints to the U.S. government as well for their treatment of her, which hasn't even really made our videos much, what they did to her. Because it pales in comparison to what they've done to other families. But we will hold the U.S. government accountable. And for this, little kid that we're like, ooh, we're to fix that one thing before we go. Like, before I go and take my kids home, I'll be fixing that one thing for him. But I need to find him a family. I need someone that is ready to parent a little 7-year-old little boy who's probably the most loving, sweet, outgoing, personable kid. He's still little in that orphanage, so he's probably barely 7.
Just think about the turnover. I mean, there's what you said, 16 or 17 now.
But there's 17 backed up, and he's not on that
in the
list.
pipeline.
There's 17.
So that's going to free up. There's going to be 20 kids left. So that leaves at least 10 spots for new kids to come in and start. We need to keep the ball going. Right.
But yeah, so I'm hoping to get at least 1 or 2 messages or emails about people saying maybe I can take a 7-year-old, because I can't not
advocate for the kids. Yeah. So
especially the boys. Jeremy won't let me have any boys. But boys are just like, people get scared of these boys. And if you could meet some of the boys that we've seen come out of this program, or you could just spend an hour at this orphanage with these kids, they're just different. I mean, we had a little foster son that gave us a run for our money, and we love him still. But like, American little boys are a little crazy too. But these kids are just like, this one little boy, all the kids were writing letters to their future families. And I know for sure that he's not matched. But they were just writing me letters. I gave them pieces of paper to draw, and they were using markers to write me letters. And he wrote a letter. And I know he doesn't have a family. It's just a dream that he has. So.
That's tough.
Yeah. I'll keep it.
I wish we could take them all.
I mean, we can't do a good job with all of them.
It's true. We can't. They'd be in the same boat, but just in a different country, I guess. Yeah.
But it's always possible that, God calls a family to parent him, and they say no.
So listen.
If money is your reason, don't worry about money. It's not a reason. It's a reason to hide. It's not a reason.
If you feel a tug, say yes.
If you feel a tug, just talk to us about it more.
That's probably better.
Because I think our agency can't just send out mass emails asking for families. But if you want to know specifics, like about personalities, and I don't know their whole story, I don't know their backstory, but we're up to probably 10 hours with them, spending some time with them without knowing their backstory, that is who they are. So, but yeah, man, I would love to find him a family.
Roger.
I would totally take him. But we max at 5.
It's true. I mean, when you get past 5, you got to buy a bus. Basically.
Yeah. We max at 5. And I agree with that decision. We max at 5.
A basketball team.
Till some of these leave, at least. Move on. Get older. Jeremy and I may still help out with kids once the other kids are gone. But
no.
We have a basketball team when we stop there.
It's true.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.